I choose you. Season 7's our destiny. Let's eat some Alolan food. I choose you.
Hello and welcome to I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. My name is Jeremy Zielick. I'm the host and Alton Brown of the group. Joining me this week, as always, is in person.
Your friend on the show, Ben Montoya.
Ian Davis, the Paul Edward Stamets of the show.
And Evan Aubrey.
Nice.
Well, okay, Happy New Year. Evan, what are you drinking?
Yeah.
Ooh, my classic blood orange tangerine spindrift.
Nice.
Ian, you got a cozy beverage for you today?
The new year.
Yeah.
No, I'm raw dogging this year.
Okay. Ooh, raw dog and life itself.
Wow, that's really
heard of-
interesting. So I'm seeing this kind of like in-out trend, this meme, if you will, going around with the social medias, the New Year's,
The Utes.
the youths, and so you're saying that podcasting without a beverage is in, and LaCroix is out.
No, don't. Okay. That's some fucking slanderous shit you just said. I'm just
Libel.
saying, today I've got that raw dog in me.
Okay.
It's uncooked.
Because
Oh,
it's the
of
second
course.
day of the year.
Yeah, it's still,
You're still you're vivacious. Life is overflowing from you.
kind of like if you shaked up a mug root beer and cracked it open.
Okay.
Oh.
Got that raw dog in me.
Yeah.
That's what they
squirts all
call
over
it when
your
you
face.
shake up a mug and crack it straight into your mouth. A raw dog.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to start the new year by ending a bit, which is my last novelty soda from Colorado.
Ooh, it's green.
It's a green color this week. So bought this in Boulder, Colorado after Thanksgiving. It's been 6 weeks. I hope it's still good. It should be. I don't usually think sodas expire, but I have no idea how these ones work. So it's a green color. What would you guess the flavor is?
Apple.
Melon.
It's interesting because like you said that this is supposed to be the best one, or the one you think would be the best one.
This is the one I would think would taste the best.
Okay.
but
Out of
it's
the
green.
ones I selected. It is green.
All right. I'd like to enter 2.
Okay.
It's either like some sort of lemon lime concoction or key lime pie.
Key lime pie.
Basically right. It is key lime flavored.
Oh.
Nice. Okay.
Got him.
As the version, I got it because it's kind of like the soda version of the LaCroix we all enjoy. Oh, Ben, I forgot to get you a cup with ice in it.
You know what? I actually have my own beverage.
Okay.
Not to one up you or anything, but I do have. I'll take a sip though of your key lime.
But I thought, looking at it, this is made by the store that sells it. So obviously they have other stores. So this is a Rocket Fizz Original, which is the name of the store. And I was like, that looks actually pretty good. And I bet it'll be a decent soda experience. So
Key lime. I mean, what could go wrong?
Rocket Fizz key lime soda. Let's see how it tastes. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Did you invert it first so you can get the graham cracker crust out of the bottom?
No, I didn't. But I will say it's very good.
Yeah.
It tastes.
Oh, okay.
It kind of tastes like pie filling, like as a soda in a soda form.
Really?
Ben,
So
would you
not
like
just
to try
sugar.
it? No, it actually has lime flavor.
See, I feel like lime beverages are kind of a
It does kind of
cop
taste
out
like
at this
pie.
point. Like lime beverages we've achieved. Like that's
Yes.
anything citrusy. It's like, come on, nothing new here.
It's like the moon landing.
It kind of tastes like
yeah.
a candle.
Oh.
And I mean that in a good way.
I didn't think that.
the Yankee Candle key lime pie flavor.
Maybe. Okay, let me take another sip now. Now I've got
Now that you've got candle
wax,
notes in your mind.
wax figure in my mind.
Picturing like the Queen Elizabeth wax figure.
I'm not really getting candle.
Okay.
Anyway, this soda doesn't taste like candles.
Well, funny that you say that, Jeremy.
What? What?
You have your own moderately sized soda of green lime liquid. But I can't be outdone, which means I brought my own
Oh shit.
bigger bottle of lime flavored soda, which actually
Clink.
is Jeremy's
Yeah.
as well.
I bought it and brought it to Ben's house. So
Nice.
for New Year's. Ooh, it's crisp.
It has like
That's a second
extended crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's in a big bottle, so I'm just going to drink it straight out of the bottle because it's big.
Big plug.
It's good.
Nice. This is the Trader Joe's Sparkling Limeade, which I do recommend
that's a good one.
as a great party like drink to bring, especially for non-alcoholic beverages. Also, if it's the summer and you're like having a picnic, this is really good for that.
Yes, absolutely. It's delicious. It's tasty. I don't know if I like it better than the key lime. The key lime's a different experience, though. There's different. This is more sour. That's
Yes,
more sweet.
This is definitely sweeter.
What happens if you poured them together?
In a cup with.
Jeremy,
Okay,
get the cup.
get a cup with ice in it. Okay, you guys better vamp really
I
well
was
while I'm gone.
I was picturing that you just pour the soda into the giant bottle since there's room.
Okay,
Oh.
so I'm gonna say
Well,
this,
you could.
The lids are fairly small, so
Coward.
I'm gonna and there's wires here.
Cup.
Okay, I'll get a cup with water.
And ice.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
I do have a question for you guys. Last time
Okay.
you went on a picnic, and I'm not talking about like you went on a hike and brought some like trail mix. I mean like you went to a park or destination with like
Your checkered
yeah,
blanket.
and food to like pull out of a basket or whatever and have like a meal.
When?
Like what we had or
When?
when that was?
When? Because you stipulated that it was more than just a normal park snack visit. It was like
Like
a
you
full
like you brought like food that is more than just like base components. You know what I mean? Like it,
I went to someone's birthday at a park that had picnic foods. That's probably as close as I got, and that was like in the summer.
because I've done like
Yeah.
I picnicked once at the botanical garden.
How was
It was very nice. Jeremy,
Like that was your one time ever
probably
Yes.
as
in your life?
yeah, it might have been. Jeremy, have you ever picnicked?
Yes.
When?
Sometimes during the summer, there's concerts outside, and you bring like a blanket and a food selection in a basket,
Oh, absolutely.
and then you sit on the blanket, and then you eat your food while the concert is happening.
Yeah, can't deny that.
Absolutely.
So Ben is now going to try the combination of the Trader Joe's Limeade and this
What's
key
the
lime soda.
what's the ratio?
Where's the jig?
It wasn't half and half. To be honest, it's probably like 2/3 limeade, 1/3, maybe even a fourth of key
That
lime.
sounds
Well, there's not a lot.
But
of
there's
this.
not a lot of it. I don't want to waste it all. Jeremy seems like he's having a great experience with
Yeah.
it.
I
that seems
don't
like the
know.
right ratio.
And
Hit it.
yeah, I mean, it's also in a green cup. So like we're all really on this lime
And
tip.
there's frogs in the background.
And there's Slippy in the background. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go!
Honestly, it's really good.
Wow. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
It's got a good balance between the two.
Lime on lime.
It does taste good. I hate to say it.
Oh, you hate to see it. Jeremy hates to see a fucking limeade win.
I hate to drink a soda out of a cup with ice in it
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
enjoy it.
And enjoy it.
There it is.
Every soda I've drinking in the last month has been in a glass that it came in.
Room temperature.
I went to
Lukewarm.
I went to a restaurant recently that was like counter service. It was like a food hall. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And I was like, I want the prickly pear soda. And the person was like, okay. And they just handed us some glass bottles with no cups and no ice.
Oh,
What?
And
Did it even come out of a fridge, or was this just in a back room?
It was cold, so it probably was in a fridge.
all right.
But imagine that Zia soda you had, Ben, but only in a bottle.
Boo. Anyway, this is probably one of the most boring jokes that we have on this show.
Is Ben's love of ice cups?
Yeah.
no, it's pretty good.
I will say this. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I will say this. My brother, who lives in Europe, is visiting my family, and every restaurant we go to, he specifically asks for water to be presented to the table without ice.
Oh,
Wow, very European.
Yes.
That is
Does
really
he ask for
European.
sparkling water all the time?
No, he asks for flat water. As they
flat,
like to
no
say.
ice.
Yes.
Ooh.
I bet he.
Or as the Spanish like to say, sin gas.
I bet your brother feels really arrogant and better than everyone at the table.
No, I wouldn't say that. Just because I'm trying to be nice.
Well, that was an
right.
eventful LaCroix, boys.
Yeah.
We did it.
Clink.
What do we got, Jeremy? What are we doing?
Yeah. What?
Hold on, I had to drink some soda. Well, this is I Choose You. If you're listening, you know us, you love us. But if you're new to the show, I think now's a good time to jump in because it's a new year. And that means we have new Pokemon to cook and eat because that's what we do on I Choose You. Each week, we randomly select a new Pokemon to prepare in a specialized recipe format and share with one another. Once we share those recipes, we vote in a very democratic fashion to decide who has the best recipe. Once that is completed, we shower them with glory and the winnings and a 4-year term as the king of podcasts.
4 years, huh?
Yeah.
Only 4?
Only 4. Maybe we'll bump it up to 5 after some lobbying. I don't remember who won last week. Who won last week?
I don't remember.
It was a tie, right? It was a 2-way tie,
Uh-oh.
I thought.
I forgot about this.
Way to start the year off right.
Woo!
Yikes.
We're so on top of things.
So democratic over
Yes.
here.
Let's say Ben won.
But
Let's say Bun
That's
won.
Ben's new name for this season.
Yeah, Bun.
Oh, God. Ruined.
Ben, what is your recipe this week?
so I don't think you mentioned this, but the Pokemon that we're cooking and eating this week is Shiinotic.
This is my first day back at work after the New Year's.
Oh.
It gets you. It trips you up. Mm-hmm. You're like, what? How do I log into my email again? I have to get back to the rhythm. Sorry, everybody. My hosting duties have been derelict.
I saw a good New Year's meme that was like, December 1st through the 25th festive, the 26th through the 31st, you're confused, full of cheese, and don't know what day of the week it is.
True.
Yeah.
God, I need more cheese in my life. All right, Ben.
Okay, so Shiinotic is the Pokemon. I didn't do a ton of research into the Pokemon itself because I was already pretty familiar with it just generally. Because it was on my team in one of... If it wasn't in Sun and Moon, it was like in Sword at some point, possibly. So I'm pretty familiar with it. It's a goofy little guy.
It's got a smiley face.
Got a smiley face. It's kind of creepy also in that way. It's a little bit
weird.
spooky looking. But it's it's just a giant mushroom. So I feel like there was a lot of like flexibility that we could do with this. For that reason, I wanted to do something a little bit like different from maybe using it as like a traditional, in the traditional sense, if you will. And I was thinking that...
Would the traditional sense be eating it?
Okay, well, I guess the most traditional sense of using it as a Pokemon would be like as a Pokemon to
Okay, all right,
fight your
all right.
battles and I don't know, win you money or shit.
Yes.
But
Beat up children.
less traditional way would just be to eat it as a ingredient in some sort of recipe, maybe a pasta dish or something like that.
Are you making a pasta dish?
The less and less traditional way that you could use it is to use it to make truffle salt.
What?
And is that your recipe this week?
Oh,
Truffle
because
salt?
it's a little truffle guy.
My recipe this week is far-fetched fat Shiinotic truffle fries.
Ooh, that sounds good. I love a good truffle
good.
fry.
And so, yeah, you're familiar with the like rich umami flavor that comes with a duck fat truffle fry experience. But so that's what we're aiming for. Obviously, we're going to be using our far-fetched fat as our duck fat substitute. Some Diglett for our potatoes, and we're going to make some truffle salt using our Shiinotic. And the reason why I was thinking about this is actually because of it being the holidays. One of the things that I got my dad and put in his stocking was a container of quote-unquote Better Call Saul salt, which include truffle salt, and Sicilian oregano.
Mamma mia. Okay, first question. Is this novelty salt good?
It is.
Okay. I like
good.
to hear that.
It's made by the Los Poblanos
Okay.
company.
So
So
it's like
it was
actual-
yeah, and I actually found it in San Diego, which was another reason why I was like, I gotta
What
buy
the
this
heck?
for somebody. And it's really good. So be on the lookout. There's some quite tasty local New Mexico truffle salt in your area that you might be able to procure and put on. I mean, I just took a pinch of it and was like, this could be used for anything. It could be used for fries. It could be used to like put on some like garden tomatoes, possibly just as a little extra. Could be used to put on a steak right at the end after you just like do the thing. Put some truffle salt on it.
So why is it Better Call Saul if they didn't do Better Call Salt?
Well,
was going to be my second question.
Yeah.
sal is salt in Spanish. So
Oh, shit. Okay.
I think
Well,
there's
Do they spell it that
there's
way?
a little bit.
No.
What, SAL? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's
there
okay.
it
Well,
is.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I could have explained that a little bit. It wasn't Better Call Saul SAUL. It was Better Call Saul SAL.
Nice.
okay.
Got it. Okay. It wasn't just like brought
pun
to you
is-
by AMC's Better Call Saul.
Yeah. No. It was
Okay.
a clever little reference.
Yes.
Good, good.
Okay. So you don't like take his head off and like pour salt on your dinner kind of situation.
No.
It's not like a Pez dispenser for salt.
No.
Oh God, but that would be good, wouldn't it?
And did you say that there were 3 salts included?
It was like a salt blend. So it was like it was like a spice blend in like a jar, and it had oregano and sea salt, and then this truffle salt, kind of all mixed in together.
Because triple is best.
Yes.
Triples is best. And so that for that reason, I'm gonna make that same like spice blend basically, but using dried Shiinotic as the truffle that we'll be making our truffle salt with. And so I did a little bit of research, and the way that you make truffle salt is basically by like shaving down a bunch of dried truffles, mixing it with a bunch of sea salt. You put it on a dehydrator and let it sit overnight, so it all kind of like dries out and gets into the same kind of combination, and then you like can store it and use it for the next 6 months or so.
Oh.
So we're gonna use that. I'll take questions in just a sec.
Okay.
You'll use your Farfetch fat to fry up those Diglett potatoes. And I think since we're in the Alolan region, we can use some Alolan Diglett.
Hair.
Yep, exactly. And once you have your little basket of fries, sprinkle some of that Shiinotic truffle salt on them. Put that Shiinotic on everything.
Yeah.
And then serve it with like some a nice aioli, so kind of like a creamy, maybe rosemary aioli to kind of bring out some of the more like intense truffly
More
aspects.
Italian flavors.
The more Italian flavors, yeah.
My first question: when you dry out the Shiinotic, does its smile turn into a frown as it's losing its water?
I'm kind of thinking that it keeps the smile, and it makes you feel even worse because it's kind of like it all just like dehydrates and like its face gets like nastily like wrinkled and stuff, but it's like head empty spirit and energy is still there, and so like it's just a little, it's more sad.
Yeah.
Like you feel sad, but it's not sad. It doesn't
No.
realize what's happening.
You said it's head empty.
Yes, it is head empty.
okay.
That giant mushroom head is completely empty.
It's only filled with spores. Ian, you had a question.
I was gonna ask what kind of sauces we were working with, but
Oh, but Ben answered that.
You could even throw some traditional Pikachu's favorite ketchup on there as well.
Is that like Newman's Own, Pikachu's favorite?
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
There you go.
I loved Pikachu's performance in the Sundance Kid.
My favorite Paul Newman performance is in the film Cars, where he plays the old-timey car. That's the mayor of the town.
Really?
Is that Paul Newman?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's the last thing he did before he died.
He's got range.
Like he's like, well, he was like, he like flips the last page of the car script in the booth, and he's like, "That's it, I'm done." And then he fell over and died.
God damn it.
I totally remembered now that it was Paul Newman who owned Newman's Own, but I thought for a second, what if Randy Newman?
Was the Newman behind Newman's Own?
And, like
Yeah,
every
and-
time like you opened your like salad dressing, it's like you've got a friend in me. It, like comes out of it, and you're like, I do have a friend in this salad dressing. A second question I was going to ask Ben about your fries. What cut of fry are these going to be?
Well, I feel like sometimes the truffle fry experience can be if there's too much surface area and not enough potato. I think sometimes the truffle thing, like the taste, can be too much, too intense. You know what I mean? So like shoestring,
not a waffle fry kind of fry. Yeah.
Yeah, not like a shoestring fry.
Okay.
Or like one of those like matchstick fries or something like that, where like the potato texture and taste is like very minimal. It's just like completely fried to a crisp. Those I don't think work. I'm thinking more like steak cut fries, where it's like you get a big thick old, thing of potato in there, and the truffle is a nice experience on the outside, but on the inside is still like hot, fluffy potato.
Okay.
Nice.
Ian, it seems like you have a strong opinion about this.
Well, I gotta push back on the waffle fry because high surface area, and if you're doing it right, also high meatiness. If we're gonna,
Yes.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I was thinking for whatever the last waffle fry I had was like the thinnest, weirdest. I think it left a bad
sorry.
impression of waffle fries in my mind.
Was
Gotcha.
this at an Arby's?
It was at a bowling
Oh.
alley.
That's kind of like the Arby's of sports.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Gotcha. I mean, I think sometimes the waffle fry can be like, you have to, like, if you're gonna go for the waffle fry, you can screw up along the way. Like, I would say, don't quit your day job and go crazy with the waffle fry, because you can fly too close to the sun.
the waffle fry is, I think there's like a lot of dignity there because when you think about
Dignity.
there are a lot of like silly waffle or silly French fry shapes, right? Like the curly fry is like supposed to be funny, right? It's lighthearted, wacky.
Okay, outside of a curly fry, what is a funny French fry shape where you look at it and like get a
Shoestring.
chuckle?
Shoestring, thank you.
But I'm not laughing at it.
Crinkle cut.
Crinkle cut.
Okay.
That fucking jokester, get him out of here.
That's what I'm saying. The waffle fry is now. I will say, I guess like crinkle cut kind of like is kind of the funny cousin of the steak fry, right? Steak fry is like serious,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
meat and potatoes kind of guy. The crinkle cut
Yeah,
likes to get down.
Right.
So the crinkle cut funks.
crinkle-
Fucks. God damn it.
The crinkle cut
Just funk as well.
definitely fucks. The waffle fry is the only other silly fry that has some meat on those bones.
Dignity. It's dignified.
Yes.
But it is silly.
Yeah, it knows how to have a
Okay.
good time, but like when it gets down to business, it does its job really fucking well.
It's a real Pagliacci of a fry.
It is, yeah. Deep down, it has like a really severe depression.
Yeah.
Doctor, I am the waffle
Yeah.
fry.
Yeah, pure simple. Go to Chick-fil-A, order their waffle fries.
Waffle fries.
I don't, maybe, and also maybe it's just because I've gotten burnt on some waffle fries, but like it wouldn't be my go-to for this particular situation.
Yeah, and the truffles flavor profile very serious, not fun.
Yes.
It's all business.
Not fun.
This is some delicious fine
Yeah.
dining.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the truffle fry experience is like when you go to like a fancy restaurant and you're like, man, all this stuff looks pretty good, but a burger sounds good too.
Yeah.
And then you get a burger and they have the fancy fries and you're like, oh, okay.
So I will say this. I went to a fancy restaurant last week with my family, and I got a short rib for dinner, and it was like a very nicely cooked rib, right? Kind of meat
a McRib.
experience.
I
But
think
it
I know
did-
where this is going.
It did come with a side of fries, and they were covered
Truffle
in,
fries?
They're covered in truffle oil.
Let's go!
What kind of fry? What kind of fry?
And what kind of fry were they? They were just like regular steak fries.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
there you go.
But I understand what you're getting because of this recent experience. I understand where you're saying where it's like these fry like I had a nice meat-based dish
Yeah.
as the main course, but the side was like we're having a little fun here with some fries.
Yeah.
It's kind of
We love a fried potato.
But they are dignified.
Yes, they're very It was a very dignified dinner.
I was not humiliated by
No.
eating them.
No,
would you?
I wasn't like, oh fuck yeah! And I put my hands in there and started shoving them in my mouth.
wrapped up in a little
Fried
light
with a
pastry,
fork.
Oh.
like a
Ooh.
humiliated.
I would say my fries were not in a light pastry.
And
So question, Ben, I guess for you is what's your stance on double fried fries?
Double fried fries.
Like get a little extra crisp.
Oof. See, I think that I'm generally I could be convinced for sure. I think that it's a probably the pros know what they're doing if they feel like that's a necessary step. I wouldn't just because I feel like I'd mess it up, but in the right hands, a double fried fry, fucking go for it. Give me that crisp.
Yeah.
As long as the inside doesn't get nasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Ian, you have a question?
I don't want to get like too philosophical here, but
You always say that and then do it.
But he's going to.
what size or shape of a like slice of potato would like move it out of the French fry realm?
Good.
Oh,
Actually, that's a good question.
I
Quite honestly,
guess you can't do a whole potato.
no.
That's not a
Right.
fry.
That's no fry.
So like
You
we have whole potato
can't
on
cut
one
it in-
end
Uh-huh.
and like a matchstick on the other end.
right.
At
Yeah.
what point
And
of
somewhere on that timeline, like we have left.
Potato behind.
Left fry territory.
Honestly, I would say that waffle fry is almost at the edge of that
I agree.
territory
Yeah.
where it's like if those holes were filled, it'd be like a thick chip.
Oh yeah.
really thick chip.
I think you're onto something. To me, like, and the waffle fry somehow it like it flirts with
Skirts
the
the
with
rules.
the, with the boundary. I think for it to be a French fry, it has to be longer than it is wide.
Longer than it is.
Oh.
wide.
Like it has to be a
now
rectangle.
I will say a waffle fry is not that.
And that's
Right.
this is why it works. With the little holes punched out of it, the waffling, if you will,
section.
it gives the optical illusion to its predators, us, that it's a bunch of individual fries like overlapped, and I think that's how.
I thought you were saying that with its holes punched in it, it gives a bunch of false eyes that we eat instead of its real eyes to distract the predators.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
100%. I would say, if you cut a potato into eighths, you basically have a fry.
So, and one bone to pick with the restaurant industry. Home fries, what a bullshit name.
True.
They're not made at my home. They're made at this restaurant.
And they're not fries, they're just chunks of potato.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. Is I do enjoy home fries with like a breakfast meal.
Oh yeah.
One of the best
Like
sides.
if you got like some like runny eggs, like a smothered breakfast burrito.
Oh yeah.
The home fries just really like complement that really well.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a shit food. I'm just saying what a lie.
Well, it's just a misnomer. It's like one of the best ways to make a potato, but it's not a fry.
Would you
Definitely.
prefer to call them like potato rectangles?
I'm fine with calling them home fries. I just like they're just a different experience.
I think the idea is that they're called home fries because they're chunkier, and that would be kind of the shape you would cut them if you just had like a knife,
right.
like a regular knife.
Yeah.
It's rustic.
Yeah,
rustic.
yeah,
It reminds me of a
Alright,
simpler
alright.
time.
yes.
I have one more
Before
question.
crinkle cut.
Yes,
One more question.
yes. Okay.
Take a potato. Cut it lengthwise. Cut it lengthwise again so that you have like but I'm talking thick. Like I'm talking like
Yeah.
half
You
an
got
inch
wedges.
to an inch. And you fry that. It's not a chip, right? Because it's too thick.
It's a wedge, I think.
Wedge.
Oh.
Is what you're looking for.
Wedge.
Potato
But
wedge.
The wedge has to have to me, wedge is one round side
Right.
and then like a 30-degree angle.
True.
I
don't know.
I think you could make kind of like a thick column of potato and call it a wedge if you wanted to.
I don't know, because like if you owned a restaurant and you served that to Evan would probably say, "I didn't fucking order this," and send it back.
I did not order this potato column.
I wanted a wedge.
Yeah. There's some really complex trigonometry that goes into fry classifications.
I think we just invented a new food.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Now I will say,
Hasn't been done.
The potato has been fried in every way that is imaginable.
Hasn't it?
Yes.
Not in cylinders yet, though. Apparently,
But I'm sure
Columns.
I could look up fried potato cylinder. Maybe I'd just get an image of Pringles or something. But I think they'd show us something.
I think the potato tornado is as close as we can get.
the potato tornado.
What's in the potato tornado?
It's just like the spiralized into a
Oh,
cylinder.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Fair food. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Sounds good though.
Yeah, there you go. Far-fetched, duck fat, Shiinotic fries.
Sounds great. Evan?
Okay, fried potato.
Yeah.
I found fried potato cylinders. It's a real thing.
What does
Okay.
it look like?
Thank God.
They kind of look like flan.
What?
Well, I mean, in the sense that they look like a very cylindrical, layered thing.
Oh, sure.
They kind of look like
Okay.
flan from a
Yeah.
distance, like savory flan.
Yes,
Got it.
they're called fondant potatoes.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
So I learned something new today.
There you go.
Who wants to go next? Let's say Ian does.
I'll go next.
Oh, Evan does. Yeah,
I'll
Evan.
go next. So we were kind of skirting around. We went from fries to slight breakfast talk, and I'll keep the breakfast train rolling
Oh, yes.
because
All aboard.
we're making what I'm now calling, as I came up with this 2 seconds ago, Liam Neeson's Shiinotic mushroom bacon.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
There it is.
So does an evil chef call him on the phone and say, "We have your ingredients"?
Yeah,
And then
and he
Liam
says,
Neeson-
"I have a very special set of skills."
Yes.
A very special set
To
of
make this
culinary
bacon.
skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or a very special set of knives. And then he
Oh.
rolls them out and he's like, I've got to sharpen them. And then he cuts some lettuce and cuts through like a can. It's like, wow, it's so sharp.
Yeah, exactly. So to make this Shiinotic mushroom bacon, basically you have portobello mushrooms that we're using as the base of our bacon, cut into 1/8 inch thick strips. Then you the kind of we're doing like a candied bacon situation. So there's some molasses, some soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic powder, paprika. You mix that all together in like a nice glaze, right? And then you kind of brush that all over these strips, and then you toss them in. What is this? This says to. So this is a very complicated recipe. This says to prepare a stovetop smoker. Which I don't know where you get a stovetop smoker, but line the bottom of a
An
large.
engagement with the smoker before. But I don't know if it was on a stove or not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stovetop, no, I don't think.
It was outside.
This one you can make at home because it's you line the bottom of a very large heavy metal pot with foil, and you place 2 large handfuls of applewood chips at the bottom of the pot. And then you place the pot over medium heat. And then you have like a little steamer basket.
What?
That you put your mushrooms in.
Whoa.
Like, think like you're steaming some vegetables, but
with
you just
wood.
replace the water with wood chips.
What the hell? You can do that at home and not, like, set your house on fire?
Yeah,
Like,
do I have to disable my smoke detectors? To make this
Yeah,
recipe?
this might be best done outside if you've got an outdoor grill situation. But that's essentially it, and
Wow.
you just kind of. Yeah, it gives you a nice like smoky, tender flavor, and then I'm suggesting, as Jeremy was alluding to earlier, we're gonna cut up a few more things like some iceberg lettuce and some tomato. We're gonna make ourselves a little BLT.
Oh,
ooh.
with a mushroom. in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, oh yeah.
BMLT.
Ooh, man.
BLMT. BLTM.
Oh.
TM.
Ah, this is too much stuff. I can't hold all those letters in my mind. But that sounds really good.
Will eating this sandwich make me feel better about my daughter being kidnapped?
Yeah, it's just like after he first receives the phone call, he's like, "Oh man, I need something to settle my tummy." He just makes the
He's
sandwich.
kind of hangry after
Yeah.
someone
Okay.
calling him about.
Liam Neeson, you're not you until you've had some lunch.
Yeah.
So I have to say, like, on its face, BLT, super simple sandwich, right?
Yes.
But
Sure.
me and Asia over the past year have discovered like really simple ways to like really amp up a BLT, and it's even when it is super simple. And I have to say, one of my favorite sandwiches so far.
Oh.
Like as
What-
far
what
as
have
just
you
like,
amped?
What besides like the traditional like avocado?
well, you can add avocado, but you can also what we do is we put little tiny slices of garlic on our bacon when we cook it in the
Holy shit.
in the air fryer, so it comes out really crispy and garlicky. So that's a pretty big like life hack that we've incorporated into our BLT. And the other one is to make like a mayo aioli situation out of like Worcestershire sauce and rosemary, and like also some grated garlic in there. It's a
crap.
really easy like sauce to just add into the BLT, and it's like so fucking good. It's like perfect lunch. Just gotta
I
say
forget that like you and Asia have like upped this. You have this like separate culinary world that I'm like hardly aware of. It dives into like some really fancy shit, and I gotta say I love it. It's so good.
we experiment.
No.
That's awesome.
The College of the Kitchen.
Oh yeah.
All right. Ian, what's your recipe this week?
Yeah. Looking at the Shiinotic, the color palette, I was thinking maybe like, oh, a little sweet. Like maybe we need like a little
It is
dessert.
fairy type, right?
Sure. Why the,
It is.
Why the fuck not?
Thank you.
I just like seeing like the purple, like I don't know. I was like, dessert time. So I was looking up like possible mushroom dessert recipes, and I came across this idea for a mushroom infused panna cotta.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
So panna cotta got me yesterday or the day before because me and Ben were playing categories, and one of them was desserts that started with the letter P, and we both
thought of it.
We both put down panna cotta and lost.
But panna cotta's in the air apparently
Yes.
because Ian's also thinking about it.
And he's also looking up at the moment. I hope everything's okay with your ceiling.
well, now I'm thinking about like other desserts that start with P.
Pie.
Pudding.
Oh, God,
Couldn't even do that.
that's what you get for both having college degrees on the same team. Go for the fucking too highbrow.
Anyway, so a mushroom.
Yeah.
Panna cotta?
So the idea is, take the Shiinotic, dry it, ground it down, and you're gonna infuse it in the milk. Have like a mushroom infused milk, and what it's gonna do is it's gonna impart, you're gonna have, of course, the sweetness, but there's also gonna be like maybe a little bit of earthiness in it, which when paired with like a nice like berry compote.
Ooh, actually,
That sounds pretty good.
Because panna cotta can have some sculptability to it. Can we make it look like the Shiinotic?
Yeah, you're gonna make it look like the top of the Shiinotic, and the berry compote's gonna be like a blackberry blueberry mix. So you kind of have the color palette of it, right? It kind of, yeah, it's all there. So
You could do like a little bit of like matcha dust on the top to get the like green.
oh shit,
that would complement the earthiness.
Yeah.
damn.
And will since it's a fairy type, will this give me like magic powers? Will I have like pixie dust in my fingertips?
No, that's
Okay.
that's a harmful,
No, just a really good
harmful,
dessert.
Stereotype. It just tastes good.
Okay.
I do kind of imagine that if it's like, the mushroom and you're eating it and it's like infused in the milk and stuff, maybe you start to feel like little tinglies on your fingers, just like how like if sometimes you can ingest like a lion's mane or some sort of other mushroom that gives you some little tinglies in your fingers. That's kind of what I imagine that is. Not the fairy stuff, obviously. That's such a tired trope.
How could I say such a thing?
Yeah.
Fairies always dancing on their mushrooms, offering them so you can enter the Fae realm. All that business.
Yeah. Jeremy,
antiquated.
keep that shit in your house, okay? Nobody wants you bringing that.
Keep that shit in 2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
So last year.
Yes. Mushroom milk. Have you had that like as an individual thing, or is this just a like kind of conceptual element you're bringing to the panna cotta recipe?
It's conceptual, and I found it online, so someone's done it. But to be clear, it's not like a nut milk or something where like it's 100% the mushroom.
Nut.
It's just regular milk that
You put a mushroom in it.
Yeah, you like put the dried shit in, and you whip that up real good.
What I like about this recipe is it's very Zelda coded, which is like I've got some milk, I've got a mushroom. If I put them in a pot, I'll get dessert.
Crafting time.
Yes.
Exactly right.
That sounds really good.
I will say, like, all of the flavor profiles that you brought to the table with this one do sound like they would work really well together. I think, like, that natural sweetness and, like, earthiness would really complement each other.
I do too. That's why I picked it.
Oh.
Wow. Well, let's swing back around to ye olde me, and I was looking for some recipes that would be good for kind of a mushroom experience, while also offering an opportunity to play some word games with the title of the thing. So what we're going to make this week for our recipe is Shuffering Shiinotic Shuckatash.
Excellent.
All right.
So we're making a succotash with Shiinotic this week, and it's actually going to be you're not going to suffer from eating it. You'll end the suffering in your tummy by eating this recipe, because you'll be like, ooh, so good.
The shuffering.
My tummy is suffering.
Sylvester the cat would say, my tummy's
Suffering.
Oh man!
You just like whispered your Sylvester impersonation, which I think is like you can't. It's like the cardinal sin of voice acting is you can't like. This is my Sylvester.
He's ashamed.
Like speaking your truth.
Okay, my truth is I don't have a good Sylvester.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not the man of 1,000 voices. I'm not Mr. Blanc himself. But anyway, a succotash is kind of like a grilled vegetable mix, which is it's very good as a side in your dinner. And the recipe I have in front of me, it has mushrooms, which will be used the Shiinotic, and we also have some pimento, paprika, honey, garlic, some sea salt, which we might throw in there, some sweet corn, some snap peas, and some basil leaves, and if you really feel like it, a bay leaf.
Oh, I'm feeling like it.
Which I know I'm the anti-bay leaf of
we've had this conversation
of the group.
Yeah.
Wow, we should have done the bay leaf challenge while you're here, Ben.
We could have put it in the limeade.
I make 2 different dinners for you, and I have to ask which one you think has the bay leaf in it.
I'll take that. I'll take that anytime.
The bay leaf would have unlocked a new flavor in the limeade.
Do you have to boil the limeade while the bay leaf is in it to get it to work?
It's like cold brewed.
Okay, so you just let it sit there for like a week.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna get you're gonna mix your butter, your pimento, your honey, your garlic until they're nice and well combined, and then you're gonna put some butter over a pan, and you're gonna add your mushrooms, your salt and pepper, and you're gonna let those mushrooms sweat a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You want to make that Shiinotic sweat.
Make him sweat.
He's been fucking too good for too long. And we're going to make him sweat a bit. After a few minutes, we're going to add the sugar snap peas and some water. And we're going to stir until it's tender. And then we're going to add in the corn. And now the corn will absorb a bit of the water and kind of give it a little more fullness to the kernels. It's just the kernels. You can cut it off the cob or something, but you're not just sticking a full corn in there.
Noted.
Kind of situation.
Okay.
Once you're gonna let that cook for about 4 more minutes, and we're gonna add some more butter to it because it fucking tastes good. and then let it cool a bit, add some basil, and then fucking serve it as a side. Maybe it would go well with Ben's French fries.
Ooh.
At this restaurant. That
Two
we're
sides?
theoretically
Two
proposing.
sides?
Two sides make a whole.
Yeah.
Two sides
Oh.
make a main. I
Yes.
don't know. There's probably something. There's some truth in that.
Three sides make a main.
Three
Yes,
sides.
I feel like if you're at a fancy restaurant, you can have multiple side opportunities or multiple courses.
Oh, okay. You're saying like instead of getting an entree, like getting multiple sides.
Yes, or getting
Okay.
small dishes.
I like that.
Small
Yeah.
plates.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So I think we can like that. So that's my recipe. Shiinotic shuckadash. All right.
I like it.
Yes,
Oh,
Ian.
Oh, Ian's got.
Yeah, you thought.
make them sweat.
Yeah, Jeremy, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Where does Sylvester and Tweety Bird line up on your? I'll give you two choices. Either your cat-related cartoons or Cartoon Network, or not? Excuse me, Looney Tunes.
So wait, what?
Okay,
What is
so
this?
Are you saying how do I rank them?
Like where?
Among
power-
other cat cartoons or among other Looney
If I was,
Tunes?
Oh.
yeah, because if I was gonna give you like a list of like the cat cartoons, like sure Sylvester has to be there. You know how many are there? But on Looney Tunes, I don't know if Sylvester would have even crossed my fucking mind. He's like,
Oh,
to
whoa.
me, he's like
Wow.
F tier.
F tier Looney Tune.
I will say he's not F tier Looney Tune. I would say he's probably C tier Looney Tune.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh,
obviously
okay.
you got like the bangers. You got your Bugs Bunny, your
S tier.
Daffy Duck,
S tier.
also S tier. Your Elmer Fudd,
S tier.
your Yosemite Sam.
A.
Yeah.
I would bump him up a little bit. What's the name of the hairy monster?
Oh.
Sweetums?
Sweetums. No. That's
yeah.
Muppets.
Muppets.
I don't remember what that thing is called.
S tier.
Roadrunner.
We could debate that.
What about
Oh,
that?
Roadrunner's S tier for sure.
Coyote, S tier.
Oh yeah.
What about that dog
So
that checks into the sheep field?
That's kind of a deep cut.
There's a pretty large gap of all these S tiers, and then you've got
Sylvester. I mean, I would even say Tweety is above Sylvester as far as
Tweety's
like
better than
iconic.
Sylvester.
I mean,
B
He
tier.
did almost kill. Tweety Bird almost killed Eddie Valiant in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
yeah.
So that's always a good bit.
Foghorn, like Foghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Faghorn.
I say.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying though. Like,
But is he S tier? Foghorn.
Yeah.
oh
Yes,
no.
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
The voice, Ben.
Ben.
I mean,
boss,
it's
man.
it's iconic for sure. But I would say like cartoon wise, if you go back and watch those, Foghorn Leghorn's kind of lacking.
Doesn't hold up.
Kind of lacking compared to a Bugs Bunny or a Daffy Duck.
What about a Michigan J Frog?
Oh.
Well, doesn't it just that one cartoon
Yes,
that he's
in
part
one
of it? Okay,
cartoon
and then he's in that.
the ads
Yeah.
for the Warner Brothers channel in the late
Right.
90s.
Yeah. I would say A tier, iconic, but like not like it's not like a character. You know, like
It's got no good bits.
he's no Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
What about pre-woke Lola Bunny?
So you're saying the more bodacious Lola.
Well, S tier for sure.
Yeah. S tier. All right. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way. I would agree with Ben. Sylvester's probably the weakest of the main Looney Tunes.
But he is still in Space Jam,
Yes.
so
He made the cut.
he made the cut.
Yeah,
you know?
he made the 5. You know who's better than him? Marvin the Martian.
Oh, Marvin is S tier.
yeah.
for
How could we
sure.
forget?
Okay, Marvin kind of
Oh.
slays. Like,
He's a void with a hat.
yeah.
Love that guy.
Much better than a cat with a lisp. Like, what? That's like his whole thing. Is he's just like kind of like he just has like a speech impediment. That's like his only thing.
I
Like,
bet if it's the 40s, a speech impediment is the funniest thing
well,
that you can imagine.
Granted, like I mean, like when I was a kid, I was like, ha ha ha, you know.
Where's the pig?
But Porky
Porky
Pig.
Pig.
Oh, S tier for
S
sure.
tier.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
he's also a speech impediment.
he overcomes
Right,
his,
but he
his disability.
has like.
Porky Pig's King speech. He overcomes his disability.
Well, you know, he's empowered. He's like the, you know,
If it's empowered.
I mean, Okay, yeah. Granted, I can now see that like a lot of the humor of Looney Tunes is just making fun of how people speak. That is a big part of it. I will say, Porky Pig had more adventures than Sylvester did.
Yeah.
Like, Porky Pig went to fucking space.
Yeah.
What did Sylvester do? He's just like living with his granny and trying to get that bird. Like,
Okay.
Porky Pig has variety of interests, right? Sylvester's only goal is to fucking get that Tweety bird.
Yep.
That he's just boring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where does Granny rank in your Looney Tunes ranking?
Probably be even below Sylvester, to be honest.
Whoa, no.
Okay.
Also in Space Jam, though,
Wow.
she kind of carries.
Oh, that's true. She is in Space Jam.
She does. She's like a rapping granny.
I had to go to fandom.com to get a list of all of the Looney Tunes. There's a lot of deep cuts.
Okay.
Yeah, we've only named like a third of them.
I mean, I feel like...
Oh, you can't forget. Never mind.
We can't forget.
Oh, you can't even say that one anymore.
It's just his name's just a slur.
Like, I feel like I'm pretty well versed Looney Tunes wise. I had a DVD box set of like the classics, like as a
Looney
kid that
Tunes
I
Gold
watched
Collection.
the Looney Tunes Gold Collection. I watched the Looney Tunes Back in Action movie,
Great movie.
and Space Jam pretty regularly.
Great movie. There's Academy Award winners in both of those films.
And I feel like I watched even like the baby Looney Tunes stuff that was coming out
Yep.
when we were a kid.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
like I feel like I have a pretty well-rounded grasp of the universe, and I think you're right. As far as Looney Tunes go, Sylvester is pretty lacking. And more power to him. Like it's a tough world out there in the world of Looney Tunes to be like that iconic and special.
Yeah, it would suck to like be Sylvester. Like you got to feel for him because like all these all your friends are just so much fucking cooler than you.
He has a tough go at it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, one last Looney Tune question. Sylvester, we've already established, shitty Looney Tune, one of the worst.
Yeah.
Is he
yeah.
is he better than Pepe Le Pew?
Oh my god, so much
Oh.
better than Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Well,
Pepe Le Pew
What?
D is D.
I mean,
D
tier.
I mean, he
here's the issue: is like Pepe is canceled. It like
Yeah,
removed from like you
he
can't
is
even play
not
as him.
in Space Jam 2.
Not in Space Jam 2.
Not Space Jam 2.
Warner Brothers wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
But again, we talked about pre-woke Lola. If we're going to talk about like a pre-problematic Pepe, definitely better than Sylvester.
No.
From an adventure
Again, like-
standpoint?
Again, think about it from a motivational standpoint.
Okay.
Okay, what
Right.
is Pepe Le Pew's goal?
Assault.
To fuck.
Assault. Exactly.
Now,
Well,
you could
Sylvester
you
is
could
also
argue that-
trying
Yeah.
to assault.
No, he's looking
Right.
to eat Tweety Bird. He always wants to eat Tweety Bird.
If I-
Okay, that's
That's-
consumption. That's survival.
That's sustenance.
That's sustenance.
Ben, if I cooked and ate you, that would still be assault.
Assault?
When I murdered you to eat you.
Assault with delicious spices.
Yes.
But it's like it's classic cat and mouse, right?
Cat and bird.
The Pepe Le Pew situation is like classic
Skunk and skunk.
damsel
Skunk and
and rapist kind of situation, which I'm not totally down for. You know what I mean? Like
I'm not
just
saying he's good.
conceptually.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's good.
I will say what Carrot Blanca. There's a Casablanca ripoff that I remember watching as a kid.
yes.
He's like a general or something in that, and I was like a little taken aback. I think he meets an untimely end in that, and
I don't think anyone
like,
dies
yes.
in that movie.
And so for that, I will say that he's not F tier. He's D tier because he is in that
Okay.
feature film.
And you're just such a big Carrot Blanca stan.
Yeah, it's what I knew that movie. I knew that version of it and the jokes in it before I knew what Casablanca was. So for me,
who did it better?
basically is that movie.
I will let you
Looney
know
Tunes,
that
for sure.
Sylvester is on the cover of the Carrot Blanca movie poster.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I guess Pepe he's not a general. He's like
He's
some
the-
sort
he's
of
the police
messenger or
captain,
something.
yeah.
Police captain or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, he's a cop? Never mind.
He's a
F
cop.
F tier. Double canceled.
Double canceled.
You know who the general is in that.
It's Yosemite
Skunk
Sam
Planet
now.
Pig.
Yosemite Sam.
That tracks.
Okay.
That tracks.
Now it's coming together.
Oh, guys.
I think he's a Nazi.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Casablanca. Like that's the storyline they're doing. So like they're kind of there's no options.
We forgot a very important character.
Okay.
Tasmanian Devil.
Oh, Taz.
He's honestly a little. He's like
B tier.
C.
Oh,
C.
Why?
He doesn't have spit is just going blah blah blah. and then
He's
spitting.
like the cereal mascot of Looney Tunes.
He is, yeah.
That is
I
good.
think that's just because he had high energy, but there's no character arc.
Yeah.
I mean,
He doesn't have the witty repartee of the favorites of the Looney Tunes.
okay, so here's where I think I'm going to put him at a B tier because I think the ones where he's like the main character, he's like the hero kind of character in the storyline, I'm like, eh. But there's ones where he's like kind of the villain, and like Bugs Bunny's the one that's kind of like pulling one over on him, and those ones are pretty
villain.
good. So he's a
fair.
good villain, but I think I agree. He's a little one note.
He doesn't have a lot of range in his acting.
Doesn't have a lot of range.
Yeah, he goes blah 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 and then spins around, or maybe
Yeah.
he spins around and goes blah 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 blah.
I like the ones too where he's being all crazy and then he like goes out of character for a second and then he like speaks to the audience and he's like has a really low voice and he's like, oh, I'm just taking a break or what. I don't know what the
Or he
fucking
goes
joke
home
is,
to,
but like
talk to his wife.
yeah, exactly. Like he breaks. I like the ones where he breaks character. Those ones are good.
Yeah.
All right, well, okay, let's review our
There's a lot of Looney
recipes.
Tunes.
Damn,
lore.
did not see this coming.
From Ben, we have Shiinotic truffle fries. From Ian, we have Shiinotic panna cotta. From Evan, we have Shiinotic BLT. And from me, we have Shiinotic succotash. Oh my god. Please succotash. Please vote for the best recipe, and Evan will tell us who the winner is this year.
I will. This whole year. And the winner is it was a close one, but Ian takes it with 50% of the vote
Oh,
Wow.
wait.
And then
How does
what-
Ian take it with? Oh, okay, gotcha.
because then you break it the
For
other
some
two,
reason, I was
25
thinking
and
that
25.
meant that we were tied again. Okay.
What if we
Oh.
added a new voting dynamic where we have to have a clear majority to win?
What if we made this ranked choice?
I mean, that's what people like Connor have been saying that we should do for years.
I think the problem
That's
is
too
that we have to
complicated.
do math on
Well,
air.
Yeah.
I think no, it wouldn't. We have the technology that we can not have to do math for this. I think we would just have to find a different system for it that isn't Google Forms, because Google Forms doesn't do ranked choice voting.
Okay.
So we'd probably have to find a website. We have to Google ranked choice voting generator
Nah, too much
and
work.
Find multiple options that
much.
could probably all work.
Listen,
But
listeners, when you guys start paying us for this and I don't have to work anymore, I will gladly do the footwork to find us a more reasonable voting system. But until
I will
that day,
gladly Google.
yeah.
Yeah.
Until then, I
We
will.
get like,
all day.
I'm gonna let Evan keep making the form for me.
yeah. All right. Emails. Whalelords Mail Horde. Send in your emails to ichoosepod@gmail.com. That's ichewspod@gmail.com. Evan, you've got an email from Mike. Let's hear it.
Mike says, "Happy Chew Year, boys. We're living in 2024. To celebrate, I made margs and air fried up a storm of junk food to smorgasbord. Shiinotic, what more could be said after your recipes this week, boys?"
We could talk about your Looney Tunes ranking.
Yeah,
Fuck.
there you go. As a longtime vegan, a popular source of protein is mushrooms. Oh, you son of a bitch! As a book I'm reading called "In Search of Mysotopia" explains, the mushrooms are the fruiting body of massive networks of fungi that connect basically every living thing on the planet.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
baby.
episode of
Shiinotic?
Hannibal.
Yes, of course. Shiinotic is also fairy type, a magic mushroom, if you will.
Oh yeah.
So
I will.
Get your rather large mandolin slicer out. Pop that mushroom cap off. Ignore the screaming sentient creature you just partially decapitated. Slice it into long, thin strips, and then we're going to pop the arms and legs off. Again, try your best to ignore the blood-curdling screams.
It's not dead yet.
Not
Not
dead
yet.
Slice them down. Be careful, though. Mandolin slicers are sharp.
Yeah, they're very dangerous. Make sure
Yeah,
you're,
I've cut my fingy on
yeah.
that.
Oh no.
If you're getting towards the end there, just leave that nub of potato behind.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, not worth
Were
it.
you
Now,
Evan, I'm sorry. I have a quick question. Were you making your ratatouille when you
I think I might have been. So, yeah, I think I was. And I had to throw out some of the like zucchini I was slicing
Blood.
because there was just my finger all over it.
Whoa.
It's pretty rough. It was just like the tip,
Yeah.
you know. But anyway, you may ask yourself, where does this recipe lead to? I've seen some videos floating around the interwebs, where crafty vegans have made vegan drumsticks, chicken wings out of oyster mushrooms, all that kind of stuff. So we take our shroom strips, we're going to marinate them in some poultry seasoning, let that sit. The longer, the better. Now, in the vegan cooking videos, they have seemingly purpose-built wooden sticks that are vaguely drumstick bone shaped. And I'm sure the Pokemon world has an equivalent product.
It's funny to go to the store and like get like a stick that's kind of like at a weird angle and be like, I'm gonna put stuff on it to make it look like a chicken leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. we do have some food math here because traditionally mushrooms are not 3 feet 3 inches tall. So I guess like a wooden stick the size of a human femur. Source, however you so choose. I'm not asking any questions. So we take our strips of marinated Shiinotic and wrap them around the bulbous end of the stick /bone /human femur. Then it wouldn't be vegan anymore. Then toss it in the air fryer. Rather large air fryer though. Serve in your favorite wing sauce. Let's go around the table. I like sweet and spicy Thai chili wing sauce. Mike's self.
Oh, that sounds really good.
I don't have like a catalog of wing sauces that
You kidding me?
am familiar with. I don't live in New York. I'm sorry.
I'm a sweet chili is my favorite too. I like that's a good
Buffalo
one.
all the way.
I mean,
Buffalo's good.
Buffalo's pretty classic. There's a place near our apartment that does Korean barbecue style hot wings with like a miso ranch that I might have mentioned before. It's fucking
Amazing.
bomb.
Oh yeah, baby.
And I actually recently, this recipe reminds me that I recently went to a like vegan restaurant where they did this kind of like flash fried chicken style like mushroom thing. I'm trying to think what sauce they had. I think it was like some sort of lemony creamy sauce that was really delicious. Ooh. I will say the oyster mushrooms bomb. The like more shiitake, like kind of more intense mushroom flavor with that fried situation got a little too overwhelming for me.
Not so much.
But I will say a good mushroom, like fried mushroom with like very light flavor. Oof.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Excellent.
Enjoy these fake chicky wings of Flintstonesian proportions. Yes, big enough to tip over your car. Now, the magic nature of these mushrooms. Yeah, you're going to trip balls. You have a chaperone planned, right? Highly recommended, safety first, you know. So these are also served with a wet nap the size of a beach towel. See you out there, spaceman Mike.
Wow. Oh, no.
That would
Okay.
That would feel so good if you could like
What, the wet
Just
nap
like
the
strip
size
down
of a beach
and
towel?
roll around.
yeah. Think about how clean your body would feel.
So this is where shower buffalo wings
Yes.
would work. You cut out and you get your fresh, like steamed wet nap to just like dry
Yeah,
yourself
what if
off
you just
with?
you got a giant wing and it came with as Mike is presupposing like kind of like a Turkish towel kind of situation that you get to
Wow.
roll around in after eating your wing.
I mean, that after tripping balls, that would be like an amazing experience to be like, it's a giant wet nap towel. Yes, please.
All right.
Wow.
I don't think it would be
Blew my
better
mind.
at getting you clean than a shower. Though.
It's not about
That's
that,
just-
Jeremy. It's about the
Okay.
sensation on my skin. Like
It's like slightly lemon scented.
yeah.
It's like,
we're not
yeah.
kidding ourselves here. Like a normal wet nap doesn't really do shit. Like it's just like it's a holdover until you can go to the bathroom and
Yeah.
wash your hands.
True. Yeah. It's just like an in the moment, like, oh, my hands are sticky, but then you're like, okay, I feel a little bit better
So would
now.
you say the
Can you
person-
imagine a high thread count like Egyptian cotton
Yeah.
wet nap?
So would you say that this wet nap is to hold you over until you take a shower?
It's like I've never used a bidet, but I'm sure that's like if you could bidet your whole body, that's what that would like. That's how fresh you would feel.
Ian, I've got good news for you. You could do that. It's called taking a shower.
But it's not going to feel as good as that wet nap.
Oh man.
All right. Let's pick next week's Pokemon in a section I like to call Pick-a-mon. Evan, please generate a number between 722
Please.
and 109. Yes, please.
I will. 754.
754. We might have done this one already. No, we haven't. No, we have. It's
okay.
Lurantis, which is the evolution of Fomantis.
Oh, yeah.
How about 799?
799. That's such a high number. I bet it's another Ultra Beast.
I feel like we've done that before.
Yes, we have. That's Guzzlord.
722.
Oh. Finally.
Starter time?
I've been waiting for this Pokemon all fucking season. Next week, we're cooking Rowlet, the best Pokemon from this generation.
We love a Rowlet.
We do love a Rowlet. It's cute. It's cute.
It's round.
It's round. It's part of its
Also
name.
cute.
It's bird.
It's a bird.
I love birds.
Burb. It's a Borb.
It is a borb. Oh my god.
Ponder
Oh,
it.
man. Bring out the orb meme, Jeff.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so ready.
I'm already
I
contemplating.
know.
You're already
This one's for
pondering.
you.
I bet when Ian sleeps, it's more of a pondering his mind orb, which is his brain.
I'll have you know I sent some friends 2 unsolicited orb memes just this last week.
Oh, well, there you
Oh,
go.
good.
Did they
Keeping
give
it
him, like, a
alive.
thumbs up or a clap or just read and never responded?
I think they liked him.
Okay.
I'd like to think they liked them.
Yeah.
Excellent. Send in your Rowlet memes to ichoosepod@gmail.com. That's ichoosepod@gmail.com. I think that will do it for the show tonight. But let's find where we can find each other on the internet. Ben.
You can find me on the internet at Ben C. Montoya on Twitter or on Instagram.
Cool. Ian.
You can find me on Instagram at Musician Davis.
Excellent. Evan.
You can find me on posts at _Van.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. You can follow me on Twitter at VelocityPrime1, same tag on Blue Sky, and at Tumblr at VelocityPrime01. You can check out my writing at the-avocado.org. That's the-avocado.org. Jeremy Zielek. And I think that will wrap up the show tonight. This has been I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. You can find us on your favorite podcast apps, including Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, or your podcast catcher of choice. If you like our show, make sure to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to help us go up the ranks. If you want more I Choose You goodness, check out our social media pages. I Choose Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Threads, Tumblr, and Blue Sky to join in on the fun. If you want to be a part of the I Choose You community, head over to our official Discord. Links are available in the episode description. You can submit recipes, participate in community events, and hang out with fellow fans. All that and more on the I Choose You Discord. Last but not least, head over to our official website, ichooseyou.menu. You has a full episode archive and a merch store, including the new Poke Burger shirt. Now, I know it's a new year, but that means you need a new t-shirt. Buy one. It's on the...
Throw out all your old ones and buy a set of these.
Yes, buy all of our t-shirts. I choose pod... ichooseyou.menu. ichooseyou.menu is where it's at. And I think that will do for the show tonight. So I've been your host and Alton Brown of the group, Jeremy Zielek.
I've been your friend on this show, Ben Montoya.
I've been your Paul Edward Stamets, Ian Davis.
And your Liam Neeson, Evan Aubrey.
And to all the choosies out there in Radioland, in a while, Totodile.
Aw.
We've been consuming, presuming, leguming, cracking cans and having feasts, munching, crunching, slurping, Pokemon and Ultra Beasts. I choose you. Season 7's our destiny. Let's eat some Alolan food. I choose you.